That sounds like a clap. Welcome to Boozy Bibliophiles. I'm Ken's.
And I'm Shelves, the assassin.
Ooh, look at you go.
I know, kind of, ooh. I'm gonna kill you, or will I? I don't know. Oh no, my arrows just fell. Kenzie, what book are we talking about?
We are talking about the first, well, depending on which way you decide to read it, but the first book in the Throne of Glass series, Throne of Glass, by Sarah J. Maas. Shelby, give us a quick back cover blurb. What is this about?
Okay, so imagine a teenage assassin gets pulled out of a prison to compete in a Hunger Games style death tournament, but make it the Royal Edition. She's like, fine, I'll win your little murder contest if it gets me out of this hellhole. Meanwhile, she's catching feels for the hot prince and the grumpy captain of the guard. Classic. And there's ancient magic, dead queens giving bathroom mirror advice, and something evil lurking in the castle that's Jeff not on the guest list. Basically, she came to slay, literally and fashionably. This book literally has it all and more. So, buckle up. First book of the series, Kens. What did you think?
I gave this book... What did I give this book? I gave this book a 4.5 stars. I liked it. It was engaging. I'm always here for the romance, and this was very, leading into the romance. It was very good. Selena Sardothien, right?
Selena Sardothien.
Selena Sardothien. She's a badass. She's badass. And I liked Chaol. How did you say his name?
Chaol.
Chaol. Is that how it is?
It's like kale, but with a little bit of an O. Chaol.
I really liked the brooding bodyguard. He was quite dreamy. The prince, was a little cocky, a little arrogant at the beginning, then got better. Just good book. 4.5 stars for the first book in the series, Throne of Glass. So, what did you rate it?
So, this is my second time reading it. It's been over 2 years since I read it for the first time, and it was honestly like coming back and meeting some of your old friends. I didn't know if I was gonna like it, and it's so much fun to get to see them again before the transformations that you know are gonna happen. And so it was literally like hugging a childhood friend, and it was so much fun to reread. If anyone is contemplating maybe rereading it, freaking do it. 4.5. I don't even know what I rated it the first time. I don't care. Chef's kiss. It might be even better the second time. So much fun.
Listen, you can't talk about royal court's deadly elegance and castle drama without asking the real question.
What are we eating while reading this? Because if I'm watching assassins throw daggers and flirt with danger, I am not doing it on an empty stomach.
Well, this time I made a pomegranate and red wine poached pear with a cardamom cream, and it's said to go really good on top of French toast. It is a deep ruby red, spiced just right, and so dramatic. They basically belong in the royal kitchens of Aurelia. They're soft, sweet, and a little bit dangerous, like Selena were if she were a dessert. Let's be honest, the syrup is giving that blood in the throne room kind of look, that deep red. It's kind of that mysterious, just very unique flavor dessert. A pomegranate and red wine poached pear and a cardamom cream. But we're not stopping there. Shell, what are pears without a drink to sip while you're reading about magical murder? What did you make for us?
I made this summer's hottest drink that everyone is talking about because it just fits so perfectly. It is Sauvignon Blanc with jalapeños.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard about it. So you take some jalapeños, cut them up, muddle them up a little bit, put it with a crisp Sauvignon Blanc, and it adds this nice, kind of like a spiciness at the end of a good crisp Sauv Blanc. Reason why I paired it with Throne of Glass is not only because should everyone be reading it this summer and drinking this summer, but also Sauv Blanc, classic, blonde, cute little wine, you think it's one thing, and then you add some jalapenos to it. It has a spice to it that's A, gonna kick your ass, and B, is just what the fuck, which is Selena Sardothien. This is an assassin in a cup, because it's gonna kill your liver, but do it in a nice way.
Sounds delicious. So grab your book, pour a glass, plate a pear, and prepare for a story that's sweet, sharp, and totally stabby.
She doesn't really stab a lot of people. I feel like.
She verbally stabs them.
All right, verbal stabbing. You know what's interesting is I actually was about to get a dagger, a toy dagger, instead of this awesome fucking bow and arrow thing.
But she doesn't.
Get them all.
Oh, she's got a sword. It's
She's
a
got
sword
the
in the
sword,
picture.
which the sword is what she finds in the dungeon to kill the word monster. But
Yeah, okay, that's right.
She does sword fight, but she doesn't have a dagger at any point. She wins. There's a competition where they arrow, ding, you know. But when she first gets there, she's trying to make a dagger, and she uses little needles and stuff, and like from her room, sewing needles. But never ever does she actually have a dagger.
No, and that felt very like prison-esque as she's like wrapping things to make her weapon. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
you know what? Okay, super random. That just made me think. I really appreciated that throughout the book, the other side characters are commenting and helping you recenter and focus on the fact that this is a teenage girl still. That like both the prince and Chaol like make note multiple times of saying like, wow, like I'm 20 and I'm the captain of the guard. Like she's 18 and she's not only one of the most infamous assassins, but she's been to one of the most infamous prisons and survived it.
yeah, it is great. Well, and that's true. It is, and she sprinkled it throughout so well, so that as soon as you started to forget and think that she's just some badass like young woman, you realize that she's a young woman, but she's a kid.
Yeah,
She's a baby.
Which I think is like, I love the scene after first of all, the whole ball where she just is like, she wants to go to a ball. She's a young girl that wants to go to a ball that's like kind of has these crushes. And then she dances with one of her crushes at the ball. And then afterwards, the Chaol's in the garden and she doesn't know he's there. And she's like dancing to herself and like all smitten and Twitter-pated. Oh, you forget that she's a fucking assassin then.
I know, you really do. And it's almost like you feel like she forgets too, and then she remembers that she's a badass and is like figuring this all out. I mean, she's young.
Isn't it? Yeah. Okay, what were your biggest takeaways from
that? Like you said, it felt like Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. There was something in the castle leaving these notes that was like the strangeness. Well, and then I think I was texting you, what's his name? The Jack he was Jack Barlow.
Yep.
So Jack Barlow.
Kane.
And it felt like, what?
Kane,
that's right. Kane was Jack Barlow from Fourth Wing. There's all the foreshadowing, but I felt like, and I guess this is where it feels more young adult than other fantasies, is where the foreshadowing is, I feel like, fairly obvious. There's this pole and there's these runes around it, and all of a sudden Kane is there doing this weird stuff, and it's like, you know where it's leading. It doesn't make it not interesting. It doesn't make it not engaging, but it was like, yeah.
Does this feel creepier?
A little bit, like, yeah.
Is this more assassiny? I should have done this the whole time.
I'm eager to read the next ones and see her be more the badass assassin, because she's got this like whole history that has put her in this jail and now has put her in this competition. But like you said, in this, there's so much duality in her, in that she's this assassin, but she's a kid and she's just a young woman that loves fashion and fancy dresses. And so, what about you? What was one of your takeaways? That's nice.
Which way should I wear it for the rest of our filming? Like this or down?
Well, like that, so I can see your face.
It's not really assassiny though.
No, but we could. Yeah. I'm sorry, you're not an assassin. You're not Selena Sardosian.
That's what a
Sardosian.
Amazing to say. You're not Selena Sardosian.
Yeah. Okay. This whole other magic thing. Where'd you go?
Sorry, here I am.
Okay, I'm trying to remember because now I've been reading another fantasy book. What is this whole other thing? I just hope that this is not like Crescent City and there are not fucking aliens in the sky that are in charge of everything.
All that I will say is that to some degree, all of her books have similarities for a reason.
Are they all interconnected, or it's just because it's
The thing that I will say is like this one, it won't be like, oh my god, it's exactly like Crescent City or da 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 da. Like it's not, it's not like Crescent City and ACOTAR that kind of intertwine, you know? Yeah.
So you're telling me there's aliens? There's fucking aliens.
There's no I don't know if aliens is the right word, but I think just knowing like you are familiar with SJM's writing, and so you will see similarities. Mm-hmm. And I want you to know that going in, but don't be off-put by it.
It's just the writer and her style. And
Crescent City is by far like, I don't know, the most frustrating of them because you're like, what the fuck?
They pop out of nowhere. Because I'm trying to remember at the end, they're realizing there's the queen. Well, that's the thing, is the king. The names are lost to me. Anyways, the king has been like trying to hide. That was the end. The king has been like ridding the world, the kingdom of like magic or whatever. But he's got his little secret side quest where he's like collecting magic or whatever. Like, how weird is it? He's gone the whole time and then he comes back and he's like, all my men died. I don't know what happened.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Isn't it weird? He like held this big competition.
He wasn't there the whole time.
He wasn't there the whole time, and it was for the king's assassin, like to get his assassin.
It was essentially to keep everyone busy while he was off doing some shit.
It's the magic trick of look over here, you don't notice this again, right?
Yes. Yeah. And now I'm trying to remember the magic system because there's like the rune. I'm thinking fourth wing. There were like the runes.
Word marks.
The what? Word marks. Thank you. There were the word marks everywhere that were like protector. They're essentially fourth wing talk. They're runes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just like very similar.
The pole.
It's a clock tower.
The what?
It's a clock. Because it chimes and it's a hideous noise.
And it's got the gargoyle things. Yes. So the clock tower, it's like the spot that links to the other realm. It's like there's a word for it. There's a
portal?
Not a portal. There's a word for those, like I think in like Outlander they use it.
It's a word gate. The word you're looking for.
To the other port, to another dimension where the monsters are coming out of. Okay.
So very similar to Fourth Wing. The word marks are like runes, where the runes, well, you know how the runes, it's like they're channeling their own magic, but it's not magic like in itself. So the word marks are, like Nehemia is explaining, she's like, I am not a magic user, but I was trained to use this. And it's like, it's its own version kind of thing. That's not, directly, forbidden, essentially. If the king knew, he would kill him, but yeah.
But he does know. He was gone. He knows. He's talking to his like right-hand man that I can't remember, but I don't like him. And they were
the one that what did you think of Caltaine? Caltaine, the girl that poisoned her at the end?
Harrington. Okay. Dude, I knew Caltaine from the beginning. I was like, I don't like this girl. She's trouble. And it's not that she's really not capable of much. Like, Rosalina is very capable. This girl is just, like, nasty Bridgerton, nasty, I'm trying to think, like, a nasty girl in, like, Bridgerton who's just trying to, like, stir things up, like, socially, because that is her only goal, and she's so... Okay, continue.
She's a Katie, Regina George. She's just stirring up shit to try to get to the top. She is.
But that was also part of it, right? With the word marks or the word stuff. Like, she was being controlled by something.
Was she?
Right? Because Cain was, like, sucking up everybody's energy. But he and her, and because that's what Harrington and the king were talking about at the end. It was like, this was their experiment to see how they could control people. And, okay, it's coming back to me now. Yep. Yes.
So here's going to be my issue as we go through this is... Yes, I just finished reading this like 2 or 3 days ago, but I have the entire series of knowledge in my brain, and I don't want to give away anything from the future books. And so I'm just gonna let you on your own. You're on your own journey, girl, and I'm just here to enjoy it with you.
You're just here to smile and nod.
Sure can. Yeah.
I will say the only thing that I caught, because I did read like the first 2 books of Assassin's, like how it's little mini books in Assassin's Blade.
Yeah.
I read the first 2 before I was like, this is not drawing me in. I need to start the other way. And so she does make like a quick comment at one point about like the pirate king, and I was like, oh, I know that story. So I can see where once I get to it, it will be more intriguing to hear these backstories of her.
And then it makes more sense.
This further solidified that this was the way in which I wanted to read it for myself.
I'm happy for you. So here's a fun question. Are you Team Dorian or Team Chaol? Love triangle.
I know, it's a love triangle. I was definitely Team Chaol through like most of the book. And then Dorian towards the end started to win me over. Like at first he was just cocky and arrogant, and I just didn't like him. He was just like your prince, and Chaol was looking out for her and like supporting her and recognizing how strong she is, but helping her. Like, I think I'm still Team Chaol, but I feel like I've seen something on Instagram where Dorian is the way she goes, and so I don't look.
Go look at any of it.
Who were you at first, Chaol or Dorian?
I know. So this is my problem: is that you are the romantic. And so that you probably were reading and going, oh my God, who's she going to end up with? Oh my God, oh my God. And I'm sitting here going, girl, you were in a competition to the death. Focus. Don't get distracted by some pretty dick. No, this is about your life.
She'd already made it out. She'd survived a year in the prison. If she could do that, she could get through this. I was not worried. She's a badass assassin.
Not at any point. I mean, oh my God, I absolutely... So it was kind of fun rereading because it's like you forget how much they tell her to hold back, and they're like, nope, stay at the middle of the pack. But like even though she's deconditioned, she still could kick all their butts, all of their butts. Yeah.
I was saying until she learns about Cain and what he's doing, like she does start to worry about him. But in my mind, I just think, I'm like, there's no way the author is going to let her not win. So, like, yeah. That's why I didn't focus on romance. Right.
Not win. But then, okay, at the end, when she's all poisoned and shit, did you not think, like, how is she going to get the fuck out of this?
Yeah, that did. I forgot about that. Yeah. That was a little frightening. A little touch and go there for a moment. And then, that's right, Namina, like, siphoned it out.
It wasn't Nehemia, it was Elena. She like
that dark ghost queen scares the poop out of me.
Yep, rightfully so. No, so Nehemia was using the word marks to kind of channel Elena.
Mm-hmm.
And through channeling her, because they were so close to everything and like close to the word gate and stuff, and that's why all those like baddies were flying around Cain, and he was like, ha ha ha, you know my motherfuckers are back here and they gonna get you, Because of that, she was able to channel Elena, and then Elena was able to suck the poison out of her. Yeah. What did I say about Elena? God, that was funny.
I can't remember, but Elena's terrifying. And she makes me think of the aliens in the sky in Crescent City.
I can understand why you think that. So she's
which I see all of them just as the Volturi in Twilight.
I know. I always see that too. Elena was the first queen of...
Aurelia? Yes.
She is... Yes.
Oh, that's another thing, a thought that I have, is that Selena... because she's from Terracion.
Terracin.
Mm-hmm. I think that she is like the long lost princess of Terracin, because they talk about, her parents died when she was like 8, and then that's when she was found by Oberyn or whatever his name is, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then there was a conversation, I think, with Dorian that she was talking about, and it was like talking about who had been royalty there, and it just fits in my head.
Do they talk about royalty? I feel like I didn't remember them mentioning a royal line of Terracin at all.
They did a little bit. I swear they did a little bit. I'm just going to say that because I have not read any of the other books, so they must have, unless I'm just totally like writing the story in my own head.
I think you might be. Oh, well, I'm here for it. Screw it, SJM. This is Kenzie's rendition.
This is my rendition. But yes, that is my thought. She is some kind of royalty from Terrasen. Terrasen's got some other thing going on. They're fae. That's what they are. All of them.
Oh, he did conquer. Yeah. Elena was known as the Fae Queen.
Yeah, like, and then she married. Yes.
She married Drake. What was his name? Brennan.
Yeah, I think it was Brennan. She went through the word march thing, huh? And came to the human world with her flying monsters.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun to explore this with you together.
But no, like I said, I did enjoy it. I loved the competition. It felt like so many other books, but like the best parts of those books. And then it was funny to think about like when this was written in comparison to some of those other books that I was mentally comparing it to. That I think this was before 2012. When was Hunger Games?
Hunger Games was like 2012. I think
when was Hunger Games written? 2008.
As I say, 2012 was the first movie.
This was
copyright is 2012.
Hunger Games was 2008. Yeah, so I mean, you can see the inspiration if that's where it came from.
Mm-hmm. Give me a expert. Ask how old SJM is. Oh, I lost you.
Maas. Oh, she's a year older than me.
Than us.
Girl, what have I been doing with my life? March 5th, 1986. She was 39.
She's a month and a year older than you. About. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know. I did enjoy it. I'm eager to read the next one. I had to jump into other books to like keep my mind off of it since I don't have the other ones with me. All right, we've peeled back the layers, dodged the daggers, and unpacked the drama.
This actually kind of makes me want to start doing some archery.
I know, it is pretty cool. This is the final pour.
I like that. That's cute.
I know. Good old Gretchen. She's working hard.
Gretchen.
Today's episode gave you craving for fiction or frosting. Go ahead and leave us a review.
Leave us reviews. We love them. Because we don't get them enough.
For all of you.
Keep the books, pages turning, the wine pouring, and the cookies a baking.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. Keep your book stacks taller than your wine glass. Boozy.
Bibliophiles.
All right. I call that good.
I feel like I could make this look happen.
You could make that look happen.